Rural and urban schools. Schools in the cities are known as urban schools, and schools in small towns and villages are known as rural schools. Teachers in rural schools give more homework. This is an assumption and also the analysis of a study done by the social scientists, in which they think that teachers in the rural schools give more homework because traditional schools believe that if more homework is given to the student, that means a lot of learning and teaching is taking place. Also, in some cases, even in the urban schools, the parents' demand is that there should be a lot of homework so that when the students they come home, they get engaged in studies altogether after having their lunch. They should not be wasting their time. Rather, they should be involved in the homework given by the school. Traditionally, this is a concept which is appreciated much amongst the parents groups and also in schools where the traditional teaching goes on. And it is analyzed that the rural schools tend to give more homework. Teachers in both rural and urban areas also are more likely to use help from student monitors. This is again a concept which is quite traditional, but it is also being used in the modern approaches by using the same method but in another way. The concept is different from the concept that was being used earlier in traditional education, but it is the approach which is called the learner-centered approach. So sometimes the teachers they select group leaders in the class and then they give a group activity to each group, and that group leader is actually looking after the task, making it possible for every member of the group to learn the concept and apply it to the activity that is task-based activity and is monitored by the group leader. So somehow it is having the same approach as the monitors were in the traditional teaching. The monitors in the traditional teaching are usually not guided by the teacher. They are just told to do an activity by themselves. And that can be just simply asking the monitor to take care of the students without giving any guidelines. And the student does whatever he knows he can do. He can also play games. He can maybe talk about something which is useful. He may talk about something which is not useful for them to have a discussion. So the difference between the two approaches is one is very traditional without any guidance, and the other one is modern, in which also the student is involved. It is the group leader who is taking care of things, but in this case he has been guided and there is a task given by the teacher so that the teacher also knows what the students are doing and the students have a good understanding of the task that has been given to them. So in that case, we can say that in both rural and urban areas, this method and this approach is being used for peer learning. So the groups are working together. There is a lot of group work taking place, but all the work is guided and given and supervised by the teacher. And this teacher is the one who is actually monitoring the groups. But in using the monitors by themselves with having no information and guidance for the monitors, it will be just the job of the monitor to probably manage the classroom, talk to the students, and probably supervise them while they are doing something. So it is possible that there will be no learning taking place in that case. Therefore, this system of selecting monitors and making the monitors look after the classes is quite traditional, which can be changed to the modern method of making groups, selecting group leaders, and guiding the group leaders to carry on with the task. And in that way, the group leaders will also learn a lot, and they will make it possible for every member of the group to learn something. In that case, learning and teaching will take place, but again, it will be a learner-centered class, and a lot of help will be coming from the learner. And the teacher will be free to supervise the groups and find out how much learning is really taking place in the classroom.